Now we move on to exercise 5D in the course on getting to know ArcGIS Desktop, updated for ArcGIS 9.3. Go ahead and start ArcMap, like always. This time, again an existing map. This time we will be looking at using raster layers. The importance of rasters, that things are done on pixel levels, so a pixel being a picture element. Again, you've seen that there's now a new map added to the Africa Atlas on topography, so we're working on topography. We can click to data view. Topography is active, so we can leave that like that. We want to add some more data, specifically raster data, and raster data is easily seeable in that it looks like they look like grids. That's what they are. They're actual grids. So add both the AF horn dem and the AF horn shade. Add both of them. Okay. As you see now on the left hand side, two have been added. If you've been prompted to build pyramids for these two, go ahead and click yes. Mine is made so that it automatically creates pyramids for new raster layers. Let's go ahead and change the names of these layers. First, we will change the name of shade. Excuse me. Will we call it hill shade? And we'll change the name of AF horn dem to elevation. Now we have, well, actually there are 10 layers, but 4 active layers. The first one just being the Great Horn and Africa, and the 2 new ones. You can't see the new ones yet because they are on the bottom, so we'll go ahead and bring them to the foreground. First we'll put Hillshade above Great Horn. Hillshade is simply shading that hills give, an elevation above Hillshade, and that's the whiter, the higher an area is, the lighter the color. So the white are the peaks. We can go ahead and zoom to the layer. So right click on elevation and click on zoom to layer. Now black and white, obviously we don't eventually want to be looking at a black and white. We want color. So go ahead and open the layer properties. Go to symbology. Now on raster there are 4 ways of showing it. The unique values would be just every single pixel would get its own color. We don't want that. We want to have stretched, so there's a gradation from low to high and high to low. So we'll keep on discrete. The color ramp, right click on the color ramp itself and turn off graphic view, so we have just the names, and we want elevation 1, excuse me. These are done alphabetically, so that's easy to find. And this is what we're more used to seeing. Very high elevations are white to represent the snow-covered peaks, and down to the browns and the greens for the grass areas. It just makes more sense. Go ahead and click on OK. Now this is very bright, and there are no shading. There's no shading involved, and that's where the second one comes in. The hill shade, which is underneath it. Instead of working with the hill shade, because this is fine, white and black, we'll go ahead and go back to elevation. Instead of symbology, go 1 tab over to display, and here you can do several things. Most importantly, what we're interested in now is to change the transparency from 0% to 70%. And go ahead and click OK. As you see, we can now see through 70% of the top layer. Go ahead and just to see a close-up, go ahead and go to bookmarks close-up, which is a bookmark which is already saved in the data for you. And you can more easily tell, the Blue River is going through a valley which falls from a mountain in Ethiopia. Go ahead and go back to zoom to layer to zoom out to the full extent of the elevation layer, and check to see what you have now. So you have 4 maps of all of Africa and a close-up of the topography of the Great Horn. That's go ahead and save it if you would like to save your progress, and that's the end of exercise 5D. Go ahead and move along to chapter 6 when you're finished.